Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the 357 Magnum. Now the 357 Magnum was introduced by Smith& Wesson, back in the 30s, and it was a considerable increase over the 38 Special. So, for most people who may or may not be aware, the 357 Magnum basically is a 38 Special just with, obviously a longer case. So yes, you can use 38 Special in a firearm chambered for 357 Magnum, no problem at all. So guys, this series is about basically, introducing a lot of people and discussing different cartridges and talking about those calibers from my own experience in the field with what I feel are my pros and cons. So let's talk about the pros with the 357 Magnum. As I said, obviously, you can use 38 Special. So if you want to just have a little bit of a plink at the range with something that doesn't have as much recoil, but still fun to have a bit of a shoot and a lot cheaper, then you can obviously go and buy 38 Special ammo and, run it in the 357 Magnum, rifle or pistol or whatever it is that you've got it in. So another pro with it is it does have some good knockdown at shorter range. Now, just like my belief with the 44 Magnum, they are good calibers, but they have their limitations. So this wouldn't be something that I'd be firing at game at like 200 yards. I just wouldn't do it. For me, it'd be at hunting distances, from 75 to 125 yards. And with the correct shot placement, 357 Magnum is very capable with taking, pigs, even goats, certainly wild dogs and so forth at those distances. This one I've got here is a 125 grain FTX round from Hornady. Now, obviously it opens up fairly well and creates a decent size temporary wound cavity. So, it's a good round. It definitely has its use there for hunting. But the 357 Magnum, you can get like 158 grain jacketed hollow points, and they've got a fair amount of charge behind them, and they are ample for hunting at those shorter distances like I've just spoken about. Now, on the cons of the 357 Magnum, there may be some instances where, if you're chasing fairly large, heavy pigs, the 357 Magnum may not have enough oomph in it to, humanely kill that animal. So what I mean by that is, if you're hunting pigs and you've got, thick mud and stuff like that over them, as they do when they wallow around in, riverbeds and dams and stuff like that, when they're on the run and you're taking a shot and you hit them on the shoulder, you need something decent that's going to penetrate through that dried mud and obviously get down to the vital organs and, make a humane kill. So in those instances, sometimes the 357 Magnum, has its limitations there, and you may want to look at like a 44 Magnum, or you may want to look at like, a 30-30 or something else that's more suited, to that role. But overall, I think the nice thing about the 357 Magnum is when you're using it, especially in a rifle, it's very comfortable to use, and then if you drop back to 38 Special, I mean, you hardly feel the recoil. It's almost like shooting a 22. Honestly, it really is. So, I think it certainly has its place, but overall, I found it very enjoyable to use in a variety of different firearms, from lever actions, to bolt actions, to obviously various pistols that I've used it in.